Okay, y'all. I guess we just jump right into it. What it is, what it was, what it shall be. I'm your host this evening, Mr. And I mean Mr. Sean, the truth. Right on. Anyway, let's get right into it. Today, this fool, well, the Supreme Court knocked your boy down. Made him mad. He's pissed off. He's all over the airways. Made an interview saying how he threatened him with other stuff now. You know what I'm saying? They took away Pope Trump's power. They quit it. They stopped the tariffs. You know what I'm saying? His only, and really, tariffs was just revenge on the American people. I don't even know why. He just said, look, I'm going to get down on y'all for a long time, and I'm going to take this money and put it in my pocket. He'd have been better off with that, because you finna go to jail. You finna go to jail. And I'll explain that in a minute. But as they was telling them, you know what I'm saying, that the Supreme Court just knocked it. And the same Supreme Court he put in power just knocked down the fact that he can't use tariffs anymore. Told him it was unconstitutional. You got to go through Congress in order to put tariffs on people. Well, he said that he can cut off all trade with a country. In behind being pissed off about them saying that they killing his tariffs. Now he's saying, well, there's other things I could do. You know what I'm saying? I can cut off all trade. You know what I'm saying? With a country. I can ban certain items. For real, dog, you gonna ban items from a whole? What you gonna ban? The Fruit of the Looms from Spain or something like that? They can't sell us no more drawers. I'm just saying. You know, I mean, every now and then I like to put on a pair of Superman myself. Yeah. When I ain't got nothing else to wear. I'm just saying, I like to have the option. Please don't ban somebody. Anyway, that's the least of this man's problems, right? The fact that he's losing power, which is the thing he's most scared of. You know what I'm saying? Which is the reason why he told this guy, look, you got to get on top of the ball. Uh, if we don't win this next election, they're going to impeach me. And a lot of y'all going to jail. That's a hell of a thing to say when you try to tell people that you doing good for them or doing something for them. If they impeach me, y'all going to jail. You know what I'm saying? Bannon got on there and said, we going to jail. We got to get on top of this thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you going to jail. But your chief, your queef and commander, he going to be up in there with you. This why, because here's the thing. Here's the legal thing in behind this here. All that money he collected in the billions, hundreds of billions, right? But he collected them off the backs and the sweat and the blood of Americans, right? The vendors, he got to pay them back. The American people, you definitely got to pay us back. You remember that check he said he was going to issue out? Well, he will definitely have to issue out one of them. You know what I mean? Because the American people deserve their money back. Yes, we do. Yes, I do. Yes, I spent a whole bunch of money this year. Woo! This year, last year, I mean, ooh, let me see. Anyway, I need my cash player. Get the check ready. But the only bad thing about all of that is he took that money, he either put it in his pocket or, well, I'm believing that some of that money went towards the ICE agents he had on the street. You know, if so, you're gonna have to disband a few of the players, man, because the lawsuit and the prison sentence in behind this one is real big. You feel me? Hey, I need to file me a lawsuit to get me some of this money. You know, yeah. Forget the check, even though I know it's coming. Anyway, in behind all of that, right? You know, this man is already threatening to go to war. You know, and he's trying to make it seem like he's not actually going to war. Anytime you threaten another country's sovereignty, you're going to come in there and remove their people. You just hadn't fucked with the right people yet. You just did it down in Venezuela. Then you threaten Iran with the same thing, talking about you killing your protesters. Well, that's their country. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do over there. It ain't up to us to dictate nobody's pace. As I said, we are not the guiding light for moral people's compass around here. We staved that off when we put this chump in office. You know what I mean? Anyway, while this man said all of that there, you know what I'm saying, and talked about these people and said, we're going to come over there and we're going to make your, take away the Ayatollah, whatever it is that they got over there in power, right? He needs to step down. He don't step down. We're going to use maximum force and all these other different things. The same time you call yourself strategizing against them, they had already come up with a plan. No one in the world likes us anymore. You've disbanded the only protection you've had for years. No one likes us anymore. You know what I mean? We have no allies anymore. But guess who does? Iran. Iran, yeah. Iran. The people you going to go over there and dog out and mess up. At the same time, they were pulling into the Iron Sea. America was pulling into the Iron Sea. They faced an armada. See, this is what they're not telling you. When they pulled into the Iron Sea, they seen Russia and China sitting right there. We're talking about the Third World War going on as we speak. And I'm telling you right now, this chump gonna pull it. He knows he's living on borrowed time. It's just a matter of time before the Democrats get in office, and it's going to be a sweep. It will be a sweep. First thing on the agenda is impeaching this chump and throwing everybody who was a part of anything that was with him in jail. And everybody on the Epstein list gone. Everybody. Everybody got a due date. These people are too powerful to let this go like that. They are not going out like no suckers. They ain't finna let you put them in jail. They ain't going out there. They don't care if it's a country camp or none of that. They ain't with none of that. These are powerful people in powerful places, and they would rather go to war and kill all our kids than to spend one iota in jail. And that's believed. That's the way it looked like it's going to transpire. So get ready, people. Yeah, like I said, China and Russia were waiting on us when we got there. So you got China, Russia, Iran. Two of those we know got nuclear warheads, right? Matter of fact, and now we're going over there to try to search Iran. That's not our country. That's not our business. And the only way they would even get nuclear weapons is to protect themselves. Who are we to judge the world? Who are we to say that you cannot have this? We are your neighbors. We should want for you the same thing that we want for ourselves. At least they do. They want for themselves what we have, right? And if they're able to get it by the sweat of their brow, who are we to judge? We have it already, right? We're going to war, y'all. That's the only other way that this man can get around being impeached. And he looks like a fool to the world right now. So he's going to try his best to pull it. And with that, I'm your boy, Sean. The truth. Right, I'm out. Peace.